the counter, and now the shoulder tackles, and here comes John Cena.
John Cena's head that. You're gonna see this five-knuckle shuffle. Oh!
The WWE Universe exploded with excitement and shock as John Cena, the legendary 16-time world champion, made his electrifying return to WWE, targeting none other than Kevin Owens. This was no ordinary comeback. Cena's return was fueled by vengeance, honor, and the fiery determination to take down the man who had wreaked havoc on the WWE roster. Kevin Owens, a name now synonymous with destruction, had crossed every line imaginable. His actions had not only left Cody Rhodes injured and fighting to retain his championship, but had also forced Randy Orton into an early retirement, leaving the WWE Universe reeling. Cena's return came out of nowhere, but the impact it had was nothing short of seismic. The moment hit its peak during an episode of Monday Night Raw when Kevin Owens, fresh off his controversial attack on Rhodes, stood in the ring, arrogantly gloating about how he was cleaning out the WWE roster. Owens smirked as he mocked the injured Cody Rhodes and even called Randy Orton a relic who didn't have the guts to keep up with the future. As the audience showered him with boos, Owens continued, "I'm the reason legends hang up their boots. Cody, Orton next up? Whoever dares step in my way. I'm the face of this company now." The lights dimmed. The familiar notes of Cena's theme song, "My Time Is Now," blared through the arena, and the crowd erupted into a deafening roar. For weeks, fans had speculated that Cena might make his return to address the chaos Owens had unleashed, but seeing him in the flesh was a moment of pure magic. Dressed in his signature attire, Cena stormed down the ramp with the intensity and purpose that only he can deliver. Owens' cocky smirk faded as he stood frozen in the ring, realizing that the man standing before him wasn't just another opponent. He was John Cena, a living legend with a bone to pick. Cena wasted no time grabbing a mic, his voice ringing out with a conviction that silenced even the loudest hecklers in the crowd. "Kevin Owens," Cena began, his tone sharp and commanding. "You think you've taken out the best? You think you've ended careers and made this company yours? Let me tell you something, you've only awakened a beast you can't handle." He called out Owens for his cowardly actions, accusing him of hiding behind cheap shots and banned moves to injure his opponents. "You forced Randy Orton, a man who gave his life to this business, to hang up his boots," Cena thundered. "And Cody Rhodes? A champion with more heart and guts than you'll ever have? You tried to take him out too. But Kevin, you forgot one thing, there's always someone ready to fight back. And guess what? I'm here. Cena, you're just another washed up has been clinging to the glory days." He sneered. "You think you can stop me? You're just like Orton and Rhodes soft. I'm the future, and you? You're just another body in my way." Instead, he stepped into the ring, face to face with the self-proclaimed face of the company. The tension was palpable, the crowd hanging on every second as the two titans stared each other down. Without warning, Cena dropped his mic and lunged at Owens, delivering a thunderous right hand that sent the crowd into a frenzy. What followed was an all-out brawl that spilled out of the ring and into the audience, with security struggling to separate the two. Cena's intensity was unmatched, and it was clear he wasn't there just to make a statement, he was there to fight. As the dust settled, Cena stood tall, his gaze locked on Owens as he was dragged backstage by security. The message was clear, Cena was back, and he wasn't going to let Owens get away with what he had done. This wasn't just about revenge, it was about restoring the integrity of WWE and protecting the legacy of the superstars Owens had wronged. The WWE Universe erupted on social media, praising Cena's return and his fiery promo. "Cena just lit a fire under this feud," one fan tweeted. "This is the Cena we've been waiting for, a man on a mission to take out the trash," another wrote. Kevin Owens better watch out. When Cena's this fired up, there's no stopping him. In the weeks leading up to Cena's return, he had taken sadistic pleasure in bragging about forcing Randy Orton into retirement. The Viper, a 14-time world champion and one of the most respected figures in WWE history, had been Owens' target during an unsanctioned match earlier in the year. Owens had delivered a series of devastating powerbombs onto the ring apron, leaving Orton with a severe back injury that doctors later deemed career-ending. The WWE Universe was heartbroken, and Owens showed no remorse, even mocking Orton's farewell speech. As for Cody Rhodes, Owens' assault at Saturday night's main event was the culmination of weeks of mind games and brutal attacks. Owens had repeatedly ambushed Rhodes backstage, using steel chairs, tables, and even the championship belt itself as weapons. The final straw came when Owens delivered the banned package piledriver, leaving Rhodes unconscious and stretchered out of the arena. Fans had been rallying behind Rhodes, hoping for his triumphant return, but the announcement of his indefinite recovery period left many fearing the worst. For Cena, this wasn't just about Owens, it was about everything Owens represented. Kevin Owens thinks he's untouchable, Cena said in a backstage interview following his return. He's tearing down everything we've built, everything legends like Randy and Cody fought for. Well,
he's kinda right. He hates Cody for teaming with Roman Reigns when Reigns had made Owens' life a living hell for years. And because of that, WWE is reportedly concerned that crowds will cheer Owens over Cody on TV, as cheering the fun heel against the blue-eyed babyface is a thing us wrestling fans have been known to do once or twice. Using Cody's experience in AEW, where booing him became the fun thing to do, they understandably want to avoid accidentally making that happen. That's why so many of KO's angles or segments have either taken place not in front of a crowd or not on TV. Owens also had a physical altercation with Triple H, while Levesque shoved KO at the top of the ramp. Some have speculated this could be building a Triple H in-ring return, but Dr. Chris Feather...
He's about to learn the hard way that actions have consequences. Will Cena's experience and determination be enough to take down Owens, or will Owens, fueled by his own arrogance and destructive tendencies, prove to be too much? One thing is certain, this feud is just getting started, and the WWE Universe is in for one hell of a ride. The WWE Universe is still reeling from the moment John Cena made his shocking return, stepping directly into the path of destruction Kevin Owens has carved across the company. It wasn't just the return of a legend, it was the resurrection of a warrior ready to fight for justice, honor, and the legacy of the superstars Kevin Owens had wronged. But as the dust settles, fans are left wondering, was Cena's explosive confrontation with Owens a sanctioned act by WWE? Or was it fueled by a deeply personal vendetta that even management didn't see coming? The answer to that question could shape the next chapter of this already jaw-dropping storyline. When Cena stormed into the arena, the electricity in the crowd was undeniable. His fiery promo and relentless attack on Owens felt less like a scripted moment and more like a man acting on pure instinct and emotion. Cena made no secret of his intentions. He was there to confront Owens, a man who had forced legends like Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes to the sidelines, leaving their careers hanging by a thread. Cena's words were searing and unapologetic, but they raised a critical question. Did Triple H or WWE management authorize Cena's actions, or did the leader of the Cenation take matters into his own hands? It's no secret that WWE thrives on creating moments that blur the lines between reality and storyline, and this confrontation was no exception. Cena, a global icon who has transcended the wrestling ring to become a cultural phenomenon, operates with a level of freedom few in the industry can match. But even Cena isn't immune to the rules of the company. If his actions weren't sanctioned by WWE, they could carry significant consequences not just for Cena, but for the entire landscape of this feud. Some fans believe Cena's return was carefully orchestrated by Triple H as a way to regain control over the chaos Kevin Owens has unleashed. After all, who better to bring order to the chaos than John Cena, a man synonymous with WWE's core values? Others, however, are convinced that Cena's actions were personal. The way he stormed to the ring, the venom in his words, and the sheer intensity of his attack on Owens suggest that Cena wasn't acting as a company man, he was acting as a defender of his fallen friends. If Cena's actions were unsanctioned, it adds an entirely new layer of complexity to this storyline. Triple H.
Mean there's going to be a lot of tapings going on, and there was a double taping of SmackDown this past week, and obviously it would have been weird to have like Cody Rhodes come out still with the title, because people would be like, so I guess he's retaining on Saturday night, basically. So they've had to do this in a weird sort of order. They couldn't film anything in advance of this. That's basically helping them bridge the gap to past Christmas. They got to see Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, obviously, so they're getting kind of creative with their segments for next week's show, making sure the audience are basically kept up to date on it. As of this weekend, the plan was to air the attack on SmackDown and have Kevin Owens in a backstage segment, so they could tape that in advance, obviously, saying, after I hit you with that move, I hope it's a package pile driver, I hope it goes well on Saturday. This is he's fine. Like Andy said, it's a kayfabe injury. This is a great development for this story.
Yeah, they had to... It's Christmas, right? The schedule has
what
to be
does everyone want for
up.
Christmas?
Package pile driver.
Cervical injuries.
But yeah, so it's a good development. I think the result is a good development for the story in particular, because it's like, it was quite jarring actually, because there were plenty of heel victories on that show. Drew, Liv, Chelsea Green, and Gunther, right? Although Gunther's been doing this stupid crisis of confidence lately.
Yeah.
But lots of heel victories.
Already grappling with the fallout of Owens' attacks on Rhodes, and Orton now faces a dilemma. Does he support Cena's quest for revenge, or does he hold Cena accountable for taking matters into his own hands? This tension could set the stage for an even more explosive confrontation, potentially involving Triple H himself. Fans have speculated that if Cena and Owens' feud escalates further, Triple H might find himself forced to step into the ring, either as an enforcer or as a competitor, to restore order. As the WWE Universe debates the motivations behind Cena's actions, one thing is clear: this feud is heading toward a colossal showdown. The idea of Cena and Owens facing off in a one-on-one match has already set social media on fire, with fans clamoring for the two to settle their differences on the grandest stage possible. Could this feud culminate in a blockbuster match at WrestleMania, where the stakes are higher than ever? Or will WWE use one of its upcoming major pay-per-views, such as the Royal Rumble or SummerSlam, to give fans the confrontation they're dying to see? Cena versus Owens has all the ingredients for a classic rivalry: personal stakes, unmatched intensity, and a clash of two of WWE's most compelling personalities. Owens, the self-proclaimed face of the company, represents chaos, unpredictability, and raw aggression. Cena, on the other hand, embodies discipline, honor, and a refusal to back down from a challenge. The contrast between the two is striking, and it's precisely what makes this feud so captivating. Fans are already envisioning the potential match scenarios. A traditional one-on-one match would undoubtedly deliver, but what if WWE raises the stakes even higher? Imagine a no-holds-barred match, where both men have the freedom to unleash their full arsenal without fear of disqualification. Or perhaps the last man standing match, where the only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent so thoroughly that they can't answer the referee's 10 count. Given Owens' penchant for brutality and Cena's refusal to quit, either stipulation would be fitting. Another possibility that has fans buzzing is the inclusion of Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton in this feud. While Rhodes is still recovering from his injuries, his eventual return could set the stage for a tag team match pitting Cena and Rhodes against Owens and a partner of his choosing. This would not only allow Rhodes to exact his revenge on Owens, but also give Cena the chance to fight alongside a man whose career Owens nearly ended. As for Orton, his future remains uncertain, but if there's even a glimmer of hope for his return, a reunion with Cena to take on Owens would be a dream scenario for longtime fans.
Finally, it's then time for the main event, as it's the undisputed WWE Championship match as champion Cody Rhodes takes on Kevin Owens. Now Cody throws Owens out of the ring and dives out after him. Unfortunately, Rhodes seems to land wrong on his injured ankle, raising questions about whether he'll be at 100%. KO is aggressive while the American Nightmare works through a bum wheel, but an incredible string of bad luck keeps Owens from selling the deal as two different referees are then taken out inadvertently. Cody then capitalizes, grabbing a steel chair Owens intended to use and landing the crossroads on it as the referee then makes the count for the 1, 2, 3 as Cody Rhodes retains the World Heavyweight Championship. But then we got more action after the show went off the air. Owens came back to the ring and delivered a package piledriver straight onto Rhodes, beating him down and then stealing his title. This led to Rhodes being stretchered out of the ring. But after Rhodes tried to escape, Triple H was at the entrance trying to stop him, and the confrontation got heated with Triple H almost ready to fight him. Why they didn't show that on the air is beyond me, because this was the best moment of Saturday night's main event. But that was a quick recap of the show. What about the good?
Cena's return has also sparked speculation about what this feud means for the larger WWE landscape. Owens has made it clear that he sees himself as the future of the company, but Cena's return challenges that narrative. In many ways, this feud isn't just about personal grudges, it's a battle for the soul of WWE. Cena represents the old guard, a generation of superstars who built the company into the global phenomenon it is today. Owens, on the other hand, represents the new era, one that thrives on chaos, controversy, and breaking the rules. This clash of ideologies adds depth to the feud, making it about more than just wins and losses. Cena's fiery promo during his return gave fans a glimpse into his mindset. "This isn't about titles or accolades," Cena said, his voice dripping with intensity. "This is about respect. Respect for this ring, for the men and women who give their lives to this business, and for the fans who make it all possible." Kevin Owens has none of that. "He's a virus, and I'm here to stop the infection before it spreads any further." These words resonated deeply with the WWE Universe, further cementing Cena's role as the hero in this storyline. Owens, for his part, has shown no signs of backing down. In a post-show interview, he dismissed Cena's return as a desperate attempt to stay relevant. "John Cena thinks he can just walk back in here and take the spotlight from me? He's delusional. I've already retired one legend. If Cena wants to be next, I'll gladly add him to the list." Owens' arrogance and defiance have only fueled the fire, making the eventual confrontation between the two feel inevitable. As the feud continues to unfold, the anticipation for what comes next is palpable. Will Cena's quest for justice lead to a redemption arc for the fallen heroes Owens has wronged, or will Owens continue to dominate, forcing Cena to confront the possibility of his own limitations? The answers to these questions will undoubtedly shape the future of WWE, and fans are bracing themselves for what promises to be one of the most explosive storylines in recent memory. Whether Cena's actions were sanctioned by WWE or driven by personal vendetta, one thing is clear: the battle lines have been drawn. Cena versus Owens isn't just a feud, it's a war, and the WWE Universe is ready for the fight of a lifetime. The story of John Cena's explosive return to WWE to confront Kevin Owens is more than just another chapter in wrestling lore. It's a deeply personal mission fueled by the bonds of friendship and respect. Cena's history with Cody Rhodes is a cornerstone of his motivation, and their connection stretches far beyond the wrestling ring. It's a relationship
Cody. I got you. I got you, Cody.
To the left, to the left.
Keep the path. Right, take it easy. To the door. Hey, somebody keep up. Get him up. Cody, everything's going to be okay, buddy. Take it easy. Bro.
Somebody keep eyes on Owens. I'm serious.
You got it? No, we got it.
Easy with him, guys. Be careful.
Okay.
Come on, let's get him going, guys. Wait.
What do you got?
Ship built on mutual admiration, shared battles, and an unbreakable camaraderie. When Owens left Cody broken and battered at Saturday night's main event, Cena's return wasn't just about seeking justice, it was about standing up for a man he considers not just a peer, but a brother. Cena and Cody's history dates back to Cody's early days in WWE, when he was carving his path as part of Legacy. Cena, already an established megastar, took note of Cody's talent and work ethic. Cena has often spoken about the admiration he had for Cody's determination to step out of his father Dusty Rhodes' legendary shadow and forge his own identity. Cody wasn't just riding on his family name, Cena once said in an interview. He wanted to earn everything, and he did. That's the kind of guy you can't help but respect. Cena has been a mentor figure to many, but with Cody, it was different. Cena saw in him the same relentless drive that defined his own rise to the top. It wasn't just about wrestling, it was about pushing each other to be better, both in and out of the ring. When Cody left WWE to reinvent himself on the independent scene, Cena was one of the first to publicly support his journey. "Cody Rhodes is one of the best we've got," Cena famously said during an interview. "I can't wait to see what he does next because I know it's going to be incredible." When Cody returned to WWE at WrestleMania 38, it was a triumphant moment not just for him, but for everyone who had believed in his journey, including Cena. Their friendship was evident in the way they supported each other behind the scenes. Cena, despite his increasingly limited WWE appearances, was always vocal about Cody's potential to carry the company as a top star. When Cody won the WWE Championship and became the face of the company, Cena couldn't have been prouder. "Cody's success is well-earned," Cena said during an appearance on *The Bump*. "He represents everything this business stands for: passion, perseverance, and heart." Watching Owens brutalize Cody, delivering the banned package piledriver that left him stretchered out of the arena, was more than Cena could bear. Cody wasn't just another superstar, he was family. And when you come for family, you come for John Cena. Cena's fiery promo during his return highlighted just how much this fight meant to him. "Cody Rhodes isn't just a champion, he's my friend," Cena roared, his voice filled with emotion. "I've watched him fight through everything to get to where he is today, and Kevin Owens tried to take that away. Well, Kevin, you just made the biggest mistake of your life, because now, you're not just dealing with Cody, you're dealing with me." Cody's rise to the top was a testament to hard work and perseverance.
Before we get into the reason for it, I don't mind this because it ties in with the old schoolness of it. This is the sort of attack that you might not necessarily have seen on TV back in the day, and you might have had to hear from the next week when they go, "Well, there was something shocking happened after the show last." I quite like it.
No, I liked it as well. I'm not against it. And I think with that as well, like it happening off camera, I kind of went, well, bear in mind that this is WWE introducing itself to a new audience, which I thought they did excellently in terms of explaining what all the little storyline elements were as we went through. So I thought it was really good if you're trying to bring a new audience in. But then having the final shot being the champion holding up that vintage WWE title was a nice way to end it, and then doing it off camera allows for story to be told afterwards.
I guess also that it to new audiences maybe who are gearing up for this Netflix launch and everything, it might even make Kevin Owens seem like a super villain. Like, this is beyond, this isn't fair. You're not allowed to do this. This is a heinous, shocking attack after the show. So yeah, I think it's good.
So behind the scenes on this one, so why did this all happen? Is there a legitimate injury? Is there some sort of storyline thing going on?
And Cena knows firsthand how much Cody sacrificed to get there. Owens' actions were an insult not just to Cody, but to everything the WWE Championship represents. Cena's return is a statement. He won't stand idly by while Owens tears down the values that he and Cody have fought so hard to uphold. Cena's history with Cody also adds layers to the intensity of this feud. Owens, ever the provocateur, has wasted no time exploiting their friendship in his promos. John Cena wants to play the hero for Cody Rhodes. Owens sneered during a backstage interview. But where was Cena when Cody needed him the most? Where was Cena when I dropped him on his head and took him out of this business? I'll tell you where, nowhere. And now he thinks he can just waltz back in and save the day? Please. The WWE Universe has rallied behind Cena, recognizing the deeply personal stakes in this feud. Fans have taken to social media to praise Cena's loyalty and his willingness to fight for Cody, with many calling their friendship one of the most inspiring bonds in WWE history. But Cena's mission isn't just about Cody, it's about sending a message to Owens and the entire WWE roster. Kevin Owens crossed a line that you don't come back from, Cena said in a backstage interview. He thinks he's untouchable because he's taken out some of the best in the business. But he's about to learn the hard way that when you mess with Cody Rhodes, you mess with me. And when you mess with me, you're playing a dangerous game. A one-on-one match between Cena and Owens is all but inevitable, but the stakes could go even higher. Some are calling for a stipulation that honors Cody's legacy, such as a match where Cena fights not just for his own pride, but for the chance to secure Cody's redemption. Others are envisioning a scenario where Cody, once recovered, joins forces with Cena for a tag team match that brings their friendship full circle. Cena's history with Cody has given this storyline a depth that resonates far beyond the wrestling ring. It's a story of loyalty, friendship, and the lengths one man will go to defend the honor of another. Cena's return isn't just about avenging an injury, it's about standing up for the values that have defined his career and ensuring that Cody's legacy remains intact. As the feud between Cena and Owens continues to unfold, the WWE Universe is bracing itself for a showdown that promises to be as personal, it is explosive. Cena's history with Cody has added an emotional core to this rivalry, making it one of the most compelling storylines in WWE history. And while the road ahead is uncertain, one thing is clear, John Cena isn't just fighting for himself, he's fighting for Cody, for Randy Orton, and for the very soul of WWE.